Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. Thank you for joining us today. We have several important stories from South Sudan and the region. Well, in today's report or in today's news, youths from Aweil East are calling on President Salva Kiir Mayardit to release three former government officials who have been detained for many months. In this report, we will also look at the growing challenges facing patients at Juba Teaching Hospital. In another developing story, former Upper Nile State Governor Jacob Dollar was reportedly stopped at Juba International Airport while attempting to travel. Finally, we'll look at the United States has announced millions of dollars in additional funding to support the fight against Ebola in neighboring countries. Before we proceed, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's begin our report with Aweil East youth call for release of three former officials. Our first story comes from Juba, where a youth organization from Aweil East County has appealed to President Salva Kiir Mayardit to intervene in the detention of three former senior government officials. The youth group submitted a formal petition asking the president to either release the three men or ensure they are taken before a court of law. The three former officials are Dr. Benjamin Bolmel Quol, a former vice president responsible for the economic cluster. Second is Gereng Majogbol, former first Under Secretary at the Ministry of Finance. And third person is Deng Lual Wol, former Under Secretary at the Ministry of Petroleum. According to the youth group, the three men have remained under detention for several months without being formally charged with any crime. The petition was delivered through the Legal Affairs Department within the Office of the President. According to this report, the youth leaders say they are concerned about what they describe as a lack of legal process in the handling of the case. Dr. Benjamin Bolmel was once considered one of the most influential political figures in South Sudan. Dr. Benjamin Bolmel was appointed vice president in February 2025 and served as the head of the economic cluster. Many political observers believe he was one of the closest allies of President Salva Kiir Mayardit. Some even view him as a possible future leader of the country. However, in November 2025, he was removed from his position. He was also relieved of his duties within the ruling Sudan People Liberation Movement Party. Soon after his dismissal, he was placed under house arrest in capital Juba. More than 200 days have now passed since his detention, according to the youth petition. The petition argued that during this period, he has not been presented before a court of law or formally charged or granted bail. The same concerns were raised regarding Gereng Majogbol and Deng Lual Wol, who were reportedly placed under house arrest in February 2026. Authorities have previously linked the arrest to investigation involving corruption and financial misconduct. However, no public announcement has been made detailing formal charges against the three men. The youth group say the continued detention raises important questions about constitutional rights and legal procedures. They refer it to several provisions within the transitional constitution that protect citizens against arbitrary detention. According to the petition, every person has the right to know the reason for their arrest and the right to appear before a competent court. The youth organization also pointed to legal effort made by lawyer representing Dr. Benjamin Bolman. Earlier this year, legal representative reportedly contacted the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs seeking proper legal procedures in the case. The petition urges the President to direct relevant authority to either bring formal charges and begin court proceeding or release the three men without conditions. The youth group also requested that lawyers be granted full access to their client and that the government review the entire matter in accordance with the law. In addition, the petition appealed to President Salva Kiir to use his visit to the Barghazal region as an opportunity to promote peace and national unity by announcing the release of the detained officials. Copies of the petition were also sent to the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, the Attorney General, and the South Sudan Human Rights Commission. At the time of this report, government authorities had not publicly responded to the petition. This story continues to attract attention from political observers and citizens across the country. Let's move on. Juba Teaching Hospital appeal for more support. Well, in our second top story, the leadership of Juba Teaching Hospital has called on citizens, businesses, and organizations to provide more support to the country's largest public hospital. The appeal was made by Medical Director Dr. Maker Isaac during a donation event held at the hospital. The donation included trash bins, gloves, liquid soap, and other cleaning supplies provided by Nile Petroleum Corporation and Jetman Nile Services. The contribution was made during activities marking World Environment Day. Speaking during the event, Dr. Isaac described the difficult situation facing many patients who seek treatment at the hospital. He said a large number of people arriving at Juba Teaching Hospital are among the poorest citizens in South Sudan. According to him, many patients struggle to afford food, medicine, and other basic necessities. The hospital often receives people from different parts of the country who arrive in critical condition and require immediate medical attention. Dr. Isaac explained that the hospital continues working hard despite many challenges. He thanked the companies for their support and expressed hope that more organizations would follow the same example. He emphasized that helping the hospital means helping ordinary South Sudanese citizens who depend on public health care services. The medical director said the need remains significant. Many patients require medicines, food, and specialized treatment that the hospital sometimes struggle to provide because of limited resources. Health care workers continue to face pressure as they attempt to care for large number of patients every day. The donation of cleaning material is expected to improve sanitation and waste management within the hospital environment. Maintaining cleanliness is considered an important part of preventing disease and ensuring a safe environment for both patients and medical staff. Juba Teaching Hospital remains the largest referral hospital in South Sudan. Patients travel from many states and counties seeking treatment there. Health experts say continuous support from government institutions, development partners, businesses, and community organizations can help improve health care services across the country. As South Sudan continues working to strengthen its health sector, hospital leaders hope that more investment and donation will help improve the quality of care available to citizens. Let's move on. Former Governor Jacob Dollar reportedly stopped at Juba Airport. In another developing story, a report indicated that former Upper Nile State Governor Jacob Dollar was stopped by security officials at Juba International Airport. According to information from security sources, the incident occurred while he was attempting to travel using temporary travel documentation. Sources familiar with the matter say the situation may be connected to an ongoing investigation involving 5 vehicles that were reportedly donated by the United Nations for official state use. The vehicles are now reportedly under investigation over allegation that they may have been used for personal purposes. At this stage, details remain limited. Authorities have not yet released a full public statement regarding the incident. The investigation is ongoing and additional information is expected in the coming days. As more facts become available, we will continue to follow the story and provide updates. Let's move on. United States announced additional funding for Ebola response. In our final story today focus on regional health concerns. The United States government has announced an additional $38 million United States dollar to support efforts aimed at controlling the Ebola outbreak affecting neighboring countries. According to the announcement, the funding will support emergency response activities in both the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda. The assistance will be provided through cooperation with health experts, including the United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Officials say the goal is to strengthen disease surveillance, improve emergency response capacity, and help prevent the spread of Ebola. The newly announced funding increased the United States Department of State direct Ebola response contribution to more than $200 million. The announcement comes in addition to hundreds of millions of dollars already committed to humanitarian and health assistance programs across the region. The United States remains one of the largest international contributors supporting efforts to contain Ebola outbreak. Meanwhile, health authorities in South Sudan continue to reassure the public that no Ebola cases have been reported inside the country. Officials say the outbreak remains limited to neighboring countries. However, South Sudan has increased monitoring activities along border areas and at entry point. The Ministry of Health, together with international partners, is strengthening preparedness measures to reduce the risk of cross-border transmission. Health officials are encouraging citizens to remain alert and immediately report any suspected symptom to healthcare providers. They also stress that there is currently no Ebola outbreak in South Sudan. Authorities believe that strong surveillance, public awareness, and cooperation between neighboring countries remain important tools in preventing the spread of the disease. Those are the major stories making headline today. Aweil issues are calling for the release of 3 former senior government officials. Juba Teaching Hospital, they are also Juba Teaching Hospital, they are seeking for support for patients facing economic hardship, and also a report indicates that former Upper Nile State Governor Jacob Dollar was stopped at Juba International Airport. Meanwhile, the United States has announced additional funding to strengthen the fight against Ebola in the region. Thank you for watching Changfied YouTube channel. If you are new to Changfied, please make sure you subscribe to Changfied, and also do not forget to hit the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Thank you for watching. Let's meet on the next report.